Still just waiting for people to file in. We'll see how this goes. It's been a rough day for you boys, so I have no idea how much energy I'll have tonight. What's up, Feet Up? What's up, brother? How are you? How's that work grind treating you? Right. Ooh. Day off. And getting a PS4? Damn. Living the life, V-Dub. Living the life. For real, though? That does sound pretty dope. I remember when I first got my PS4, it was a great feeling. So, enjoy that feeling when you first get it. Oh, Jesus, Capri. Oh, boy. You gotta chill with the temper, brother. Take some happy pills. Don't worry. Be happy. Listen to more Bobby McFerrin. But we're gonna watch Ravens Bills, because somehow this game matters despite, you know, and I already know what uniforms Rozier wants. Where they at? 2000s classic home. Fire! What's up, RSV? There's a chance we watch Week 10 tonight, just because there's an absolutely fire game in Week 10. So I'm not gonna spoil what it is, but there is what I believe to be an absolutely fire game in Week 10. So we'll see if we get there. What's up, Steeler? What's up, Colin?
Hello again, everybody. It is the coach. You're tuned in to Madden 19 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a terrific matchup on tap between the Baltimore Ravens and the Buffalo Bills. With that, let's get up to Buffalo. Standing by at New Era Field.
Check
Here are
DMs. I will check DMs shortly.
Love their football here in upstate.
It's only 3 overall. Slow. And
the first 2 months of the regular season down.
Go fun. You know what? I don't care who wins this one. I just want fun.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. So here come the Ravens with their first look on offense.
Smoke a Bullworth.
Man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who have helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third
Something
down.
called
On the
Kershke
defensive side,
got
this
the
is the
ball.
starting lineup for the Bills. And they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
Here we go. Blue 90.
out of the gun now on third down.
Run, Smokey Bullworth. Run.
And he's got his man
That was
on
a good
the
throw.
out route. First connection there of
Smokey
the
actually
afternoon
makes
for
a pretty
those
good
two,
play.
and it's good for a first down.
They've got good playmakers
Something
on
called
the offensive
Lunsford.
side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production.
Here we
But
go now.
I just want to see
this
Smokey.
week in practice,
That's really
there's
all
a lot
it
of
is.
talk about how they're going to
To me,
increase their
nothing else
efficiency.
That
matters.
was a good start getting
I
the
just want to see
playmakers
Smokey
involved. You
run.
mentioned that to me pregame.
But because
That's what
they've
they did
really
there.
Yeah, I
tuned
think a
down
lot of people
the
think the
QB
coaching
running
staff really
sliders,
gets on them, and that's
it's
how
not
they
as fun.
motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's
And there
complete.
goes Kershke.
And he slips up past the 45 before
Did you
being
see the thing?
tackled.
Yes, Lance, I did see it, and I already implemented it.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
I'll leave it up to you as to whether or not you want to tell everybody and get flamed
And he'll
for
fight
it.
his
So
way forward to about the 48-yard
I did the
line.
thing that you asked
2
me to
yards
do.
on the carry there. It'll be second down.
What you do with that
I think
information
keep
is
an
up to
eye
you,
on partner,
Lance.
especially in the second half. When you've got a running back of
Here we
this
go.
size and these
3-19.
dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
We were just talking about him pregame. 3 tackles for a loss last week. You thought he looked so explosive on film. Starting off good there. Another one in the first quarter.
He's every bit of
You know the best part, RSV?
and I don't want to make it too simplistic.
Omario's still like 70 at running back.
And that's what he's doing.
Pretty
really,
good
really
at
well,
it.
and he's doing
Like,
it in
it's
the offensive
pretty good is
backfield.
a bit of an
How about to start throwing the
overstatement. He's
football? 4 for
not
4
a
on this opening
complete
drive.
disaster
Slinging
at it.
And oftentimes when you
Okay.
talk about slinging it,
Green.
you got a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's
If
honing
it's
in
Leonard
on his
Robinson,
targets,
the
and he's
running
delivering.
back,
The opening
smack
script,
you.
however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan
You are
so
a
far.
game out of
And
first
able to push
place.
his way forward
Do
here
not
for a good little gain.
bench the 89
5
quarterback.
yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 3 down, 3 down.
Let's go. 3-19.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he works it to the
Please deal
30-yard
with
line
the
here,
tough
right
one
at the
there.
30. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way
here
to
we
do
go.
it than to establish the running game early.
Blue 90.
Now a play fake here on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down here
I
right
swear,
around the
Smokey's
23-yard
throwing to
line.
all these
7
complete
yards to
rejects.
pick up on the pitch and catch.
Watch left, watch
We've
left.
seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on
Let's
first quarter,
go.
haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They're going to look to throw. Wide
And
open
there's
receiver
Kershke
complete. And he
playing
gets it
like
all
Tucker
the
Weber
way
so
down
far.
Inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Well, I know from past experience,
Kershke's
before
what,
you
like
actually
75?
play a game,
He's
you
not
visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone
Here
setter.
we go now. 3-19.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about
It's all good, EJ. I get it.
No
I get it.
gain on the play there, and they're going to need
Y'all
to
have
come up
split
with something
loyalties.
better here
I totally
on third and
understand.
goal.
It's the shitty
Driven it down the
situation to
field
be in for
nicely
anybody.
here on
So.
the opening drive, but now it's put up or
I
shut.
totally
No
get
doubt
it.
about it, because to make that type of a drive,
Got a man that's caught for a Ravens
I gotta be
touchdown.
real.
Watch Mike.
As his
Smokey
guys
looked
are in for
good.
6. And the Ravens
Smokey
take it all
looked
the way down the
real
field and
good
score
on that
on the
drive.
opening drive.
Blitz.
You have to
was
imagine for a
efficient.
team that's lost 3 straight games,
precise.
scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
That's feel great
Pretty
for
good
them.
job by
And
Smokey
also it's a
Bulworth.
nice signal to the rest of the team because we
Nice
talk about
long
complimentary
drive.
football all
Wow.
the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game. Hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 30.
Maybe Capri, maybe.
Now they
Probably
try
be
the
like a
right side
75
here.
at running back,
And
something
he'll
like
go
that.
down right at the
He'd be
30-yard
fun.
line. Give him
He'd
5
definitely
on the
be
carry
fun.
there, and it'll be second down.
But fun
And this
value
O-line
is
is
kind of
the lifeblood of the
outweighed quite a
offense.
bit in a
They
sim
established the
franchise
tone.
like this because
Mean, nasty, physical.
can't really
They can't
do
wait to get after
fun
people.
players
That allows the rest of
when
the
you're not
offense to
controlling
feel
them.
confident.
Ball on the 30.
like
They'll come up
if
with
we
a
were all
second
like
and
in this
5.
together and we were playing the games, I'd just have a friggin' army of little
All right, here we go.
98 speed
Blue
guys.
90.
And I'd run jet sweep, I'd run bubbles, I'd run drags, I'd run the most obnoxious West Coast offense I could possibly
It'll
find.
go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you'd gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first
Athletic
series.
catch by
And
Stanley.
he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
That was a terrific catch. I mean, to go up there and get it one-handed like that, but I almost want to go into that rip about back in my day, the gloves weren't quite like this.
When did gloves really become prevalent, just in general?
I think in the 80s, I think as we started to move through the 80s, especially as we got towards the latter part of that, but a lot of those were really like baseball batting gloves to begin with not much of a tacky area on the glove. In fact, there was none. I actually remember in cold weather games wearing the old scuba gloves, which you'd wear in the diving, but they would split too easily in the course of a game. Then the glove manufacturers got smart and started adding to it, and here we are today.
And a nice gain at 21 yards. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
Offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
It's a gain of 5.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
Nice play by
And
Mill.
he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive.
Key the tight end. Here we go now. 319. 319.
Now a handoff looking right. He spins free. And effective running here. He'll take
Nice
it down
little move
inside
by
the
Milton.
10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Defensively, here are the starters for Baltimore. This unit currently 7th in the NFL, Charles, in stopping the run.
Now, if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if
First
they
down,
can get to
nice.
it. This is caught. They
Who
didn't
would
get
have
the
thought
touchdown,
Smokey
but he
Bulworth
did
versus
get
Jonathan
the first
Ballers?
down as he's tackled at the
Interesting
1.
game.
Well, he did everything but
Who
get
would
him
have
in
thunk
the end
it?
zone there, but now they're set up golden opportunity, strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field. All right, this is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it?
I think the Chiefs
but
have
with
a
his
couple
ability
interesting
to
games.
throw
That's
the football,
especially
his accuracy on this drive,
another
Chiefs
Broncos game later on could be
Time to
a
find
factor if this division race keeps being close.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. And they've got it here with a first
So
down.
many teams in contention. We're going to have a lot of games to watch later in the year.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is going to be stopped cold
Assuming teams
behind the
actually
line of
freaking play
scrimmage.
each other.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Here we go now.
Now that was a terrific play. We're down here near the goal line, and only one word comes to mind for me, and that's overwhelm. Because they absolutely overwhelmed the offensive line.
Yeah, I don't understand why they just ran it twice.
It'll be a loss of a yard.
Pass is
and
working.
that is
Waller's is
set
making
up
good
third and
choices.
goal.
I would have put the ball in his hands 3 times and said, hey, you get 3 shots in the end zone.
Looking to throw.
This is going to end poorly. Oh!
And
What a
it's
throw.
for a Bills
What a
touchdown.
catch.
In for the score. And the
I'll
Bills
eat
are
my
an
words
extra
on
point
that one.
away from tying the football
Buffalo
game.
Bills tying this ball game
And
up.
he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out.
Oh, Smokey goes big to Luke Pearson.
They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves.
Smokey is not messing around.
Pick up a 34 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
The reception good for 7. It's third down. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Back to throw here. And he will find his man on the outside. His first catch, good for 14 there, and a first down. This quarterback now 10 of 10 to start the game. How about that? As he comes up on a first and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll get this
pretty
down to the 10.
guys. I know, Review, you're in a position where it's just like, this must be very annoying, but this is impressive.
Set. Green 39. Green.
On first and goal, they'll try the option left. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a second and goal.
Set. Green 39. Green.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now third and goal. The Ravens on third down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. They're looking at a third and goal here. They'll look to throw here. Fighting to stay upright. Flush to his right. He may try.
Touchdown, Smokey Bulwark.
Touchdown, Baltimore. It's their quarterback with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens are in for 6.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah,
We haven't had an incomplete pass yet.
The coaching staff,
this is crazy.
They all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time. And they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, and the whole month of December
First
still left to play.
incomplete pass right
they
there.
Think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that
Bullworth
there's no
looks like an
playoff talk in the
MVP.
locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus. It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats
Great
it away.
throw.
Got his man complete
now
over the
look at
middle.
56.
It's Stanley.
Look at 56.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now,
Here we go
isn't
now.
it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Just his second incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that
I gotta be honest. I have no idea who Stanley is, but he's playing great.
29 yards on third down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be
At
gotten
first
in.
he was starting in because
Otherwise,
Bullworth was hurt.
319.
So he almost started Yandel.
Now he'll look to throw here
Again,
on second and
after
10.
Bullworth came
This will
back
be caught
and
just
Yandel was
inside the 10.
trying.
And
Yo,
he's able to work it
decided
here to
to
the
go with
8-yard
Smokey.
line.
Obviously,
The reception good for 7.
paying dividends
It's
because the
third
Ravens
down.
are still in the thick
Great
of the
change up
playoff
there on
hunt.
the route and got that
And
inside
Smokey
release,
Bullworth
made it a
looks like
successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside. Make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
Here we go now. Green 39.
Back to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Stanley. So he got free of one tackle,
field
but couldn't
goal.
do a whole lot else.
Almost got it, but not
5
quite.
yards on the pickup, and it'll be fourth down.
Stanley's good
Well, the
game
strategy was
continues.
evident there. Get it to your tight
Interesting.
end and make it a one-on-one play with a corner.
Oh, they flip it to the
Oh
kicker.
shit!
He looks like he's gonna
No, they were open
throw it.
and you
They're not
didn't
gonna
throw
get
it, you
They
stupid
try to
shit.
move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. Well, there's two sides here. I guess you could pinpoint
What
and look at the offense
just
and say, oh,
happened?
man, what a disaster. Hey, the defense,
Look at
though,
this.
they came through.
Bang, open right there, and he
Preparation's the key
decides to fucking
everything,
run
and
forward.
when you're on the defensive side of the ball and in special
Open.
teams meetings,
Both
you
guys
prepare for plays
wide
like
open,
this,
and the
in this
dipshit runs
case,
forward.
They were actually able to win it.
Oh my god. What the
Here
hell?
we go. 319.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got his man on the out route.
For
7
sure, I
yards
don't
to
know
pick up
what
on
the
the
hell
pitch
just
and catch.
happened.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, mini camp, and just
Let's go.
regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
And he stopped immediately there. Call
Look
it
on
no
the bright
gain that
side.
time as it's going to leave him with a
Should
third
stop
and
and
about
Lee
3 to
Steer.
go.
Lee Steer is
Well,
like
I
the
think
most
it appeared to be a
productive
run
running
blitz. He
back
just started
in the
in
league.
once he saw the run develop. That appeared
Yeah,
to be
he
a
shut him
case
down.
of see ball, get ball.
So
They'll set up to throw.
Whatever the hell he wants.
He's going to get this one out.
Oh, but dumbass goes out of bounds. No.
That time, and now it's 4th down. They're never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield.
He's got a little bit of space there. That's a nice little return.
But in this case, if you're the defensive guys,
that's
you're
a quality return for Kevin
executed
Vance.
well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Now let's go. 3
And on the ground they
Why
go
are
with
you
the
running
back.
with 2 minutes
And
left?
he'll
I
take
don't
this
get
one
it.
up close to about the 45. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Buffalo after this. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, they may have gotten lucky.
Ooh, dangerous
Tried
throw.
to dump it off underneath on the check
Dangerous throw.
Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Great punt, though, by Parker, I think his name is. Great punt.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back
Puts
out
Baltimore
onto
in a
the
real
field.
tight spot.
They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right?
They're
You're
looking to
playing to
take
make
it
sure
back.
the punter doesn't see the field again. So
That's
it's
fair.
not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory. That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any
Why
type
are
of
you
space
coming
and
out
try and
full
create
wide?
room. If you have to run the punter out there,
Why are
you
you
can
throwing?
successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. And they'll bring him down right around the 13.
Oh, gross.
And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Set. 3-19.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Throw left side complete. It's Lindsay. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
For what it's worth, the NFL record for completions in a row, I believe, is 21. So Smokey's at like 16 right now. So he's pretty damn close.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
And it's over.
Be incomplete.
This is why I should just keep my mouth shut. Start talking about records, and there it goes.
Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Now let's go. Green 30.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
As far as tight ends go,
definitely
this
jinxed
guy's
it
not a
right here.
speed burner. He's much more of an inline
I gotta start keeping my
blocking
mouth
type of a
shut.
tight end. But how about his last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a 1st down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So I'm waltzing down Main Street, got an umbrella, just a torrential downpour, and I look over, and this guy, stone-faced, wearing a poncho that says, "Don't rain on my parade," and he is just angry. And we got to go. I'll tell you the rest later.
Second
Here we go,
half.
3rd quarter.
It's been a pretty good game so far. Entertaining start, tapered out a little,
Green 39.
but still a good amount of offense and defense to be able to take
And
solids
then the ground
in.
game here with a tailback. Good
Ooh,
footwork
nice
on the
run,
spin,
Milton.
and they're able to get this one across
Nice
the
run.
35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield.
They're coming. They're coming.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
3 down. 3 down.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
He'll drop to throw. Throwing the out.
Nice throw, nice catch.
That's Cochran.
Nice conversion.
First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And there's a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2.
Milton's running hard on this drive.
12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
Real hard on
I think
this
they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Let's go.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the beat and move laterally
get a touchdown.
Open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Green 39. Green 39.
He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Great run by Milton.
15 yards that time, and a Buffalo
Great
first.
run by Milton.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through and picking up first downs.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
That was a funny first down.
He's a big man. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just to get him into the end zone.
They'll look to throw. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
Well, surprise, surprise. 1st and goal at the 1. No quarterback sneak. No running play. They decided to throw for it, but the pressure got to them quickly and put the quarterback down.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Now let's go. Green 39.
He'll get it up the middle. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Buffalo Beers.
A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game because on that particular play, they had no answer.
So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the 2nd half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the 2nd half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Hey, we got 3 down. Set! Blue landing!
And they'll go on the ground. And an alley to run. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a pickup
It has
of 4,
been
and it'll
a
bring
rough
up
day
second
today,
down.
Rozier.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to
Considering you're the only person even left in the chat, which I appreciate a lot better.
That also doesn't mean you just do it the
This will
same
probably
way
be the
you've
only
been doing
thing
it
we
the
do
entire
today.
ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the 1st down carry.
I
so
feel
it's
you,
2nd and
Rozier.
9.
I feel you.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another 1st down on the pickup of 5 yards.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
3 down, 3 down. Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
And they'll run it here. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
3-3. Don't let 89 go deep. Set. 3-19.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been flat getting it done. 8 for 9 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Here we go now.
And they'll go with the
Ooh,
ground
nice
attack
stop.
here. And he went backwards. He'll be down
Nice
at the 30.
stop.
And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Wow.
We've been in enough practices, and how many times have we
These
stood on the
special teams are
sideline
so
and
good.
a unit goes out to kick a field goal, and hear a special teams coach say, make sure you protect.
All right, here we go.
First
Blue
thing,
landing.
protect. And here they give up a block.
Yeah, especially in a tight game like this, tied second half, this is where the execution is so key.
They go over everything in the huddle. The last thing you're going to hear everywhere, make sure you protect. That didn't get done. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Hey, here we go now. Green 39.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down.
Set! 3-19! 3-19!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
All right, here we go.
They go play action here on first down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
4 down. Check. Now let's go. 3.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll get this one down to
Rozier, I don't know about Sim in the week. I don't know.
A 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I might just want to leave it for everybody else because, again, there's you and there's me in here, and that's pretty much it.
So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
And I'm like legit hanging on by a thread to awakeness.
It's Lamb. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Maybe I'll sim through and we can just look at stats next time. Maybe something like that.
Offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Touchdown, Bills.
Touchdown, Buffalo. As his guys are in for 6.
Stanley's having a great game.
The Bills have broken the tie.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody. The best tight end.
And oh, it's blocked.
Wow.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
I'm going to sit up.
And now here come the Ravens.
And drink some water. Help stay awake.
All right, here we go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they take him down. The Bills get to him.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
3-19!
They'll drop the throw.
Ooh, nice D.
And his throw here's incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching.
It's all good, Eagle. It's all good.
Locate the football so you can make a play on it.
Eagle, you don't have to be here, but I appreciate it. But don't sweat it. If you want to watch FG, that's okay. I'm not gonna get mad at you, bud. It's all good.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays.
I appreciate it, Eagle. I appreciate it.
There, call it 13 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. A look at the running back. The man
If
out
the
of
Bills
the
can
backfield,
kill about
he
half
gears
this
up to
clock
go again.
and score, it's probably a done deal. That's not going to help.
And he goes down.
That's what I'm talking about, D. That's what I'm talking about.
And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
you have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing
I thought
a
he
really
learned,
nice job.
Ars. I
When you
love him,
hold
but I
and give
really
up a
thought he
sack,
learned.
you're really almost
I guess
discrediting
not.
their
Go now.
work.
3-19.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him 3 on the play, and it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat.
Here we go now.
Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage.
Make a play, Vance. Oh, Kevin Vance. What a move.
Almost to the 40 before being taken
What a
down.
move.
He got 29 yards that time. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Set. Blue Niner.
Now they'll run on the draw. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the
Rozier can smell it. Rozier can smell the dub.
You want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you
Right at
also
the
want to
tip
still
of his
kind of be in
fingers.
attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this.
Just about in
Describe
field
the
goal
scenario,
range.
Tell you what they're looking
Killed
for,
about 2.5
and make sure that they're
minutes.
Still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to lead to
Real tight.
3-19.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Nice throw by Vollard. Did he get it? Are they going to give it to him?
And he's going to get to the
They
31
do give it to
now
him.
for the
1st down.
At 5
Kills
yards
another
on the
little
play,
bit
that
more
means the
clock.
drive will continue.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. All you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold
Nice
him
run
up.
by Neese.
Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score.
Yeah, Rozier, I thought the Colts game yesterday was basically over. So that's why I super simmed. And then I learned that it wasn't over. So I'm probably just going to let this one finish. Just so that you don't get boned. Because this is a stupid game. Stupid things can happen at stupid times. And so I am no longer in like the, oh yeah, that's how to reach category. I'll say you'll probably get this dub, but I think it's just better safe than sorry.
It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there.
You got absolutely fine. But that was straight shenanigans.
Pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around
Complete
the
shenanigans.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. And his kick is good.
Victor Silva, nice kick. That
one there.
should
That gives him a little
do it.
cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
I say should because, you know, stupid game, stupid outcomes.
Pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board.
This should be an easy dub for Buffalo the rest of the way. But again, as Kevin Garnett once said, anything's possible.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open. incomplete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Oh, boy.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. Time for a break.
I mean,
we're back to finish this one off.
I guess if they can manage to score without using any of the timeouts, then it's possible.
So
it's possible without bullshit if they can score here without using any of the timeouts. Possible.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
But odds are they're going to call a timeout right here. Ooh, they didn't. Maybe Madden has half a brain.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Because they have to score and they can't use a single timeout, otherwise they lose.
They'll set up a throw.
Smoker.
And they'll wind up getting this
Oh
one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 24 yards. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
Get rid of it, Smokey. Get rid of it.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They'll give him a yard.
Gotta score pretty soon here if you want some hope.
Down. Now back to throw. And did he get the feet down? No,
I don't think he got his feet down.
Not. It's incomplete.
Ooh, if I'm them, I might just kick the field goal here on fourth down. Kick the field goal, punt, play some D. Get the touchdown later.
More passes like that downfield. Back to throw here.
Yeah, just take the field goal. Don't be dumb. Take the field goal. Take the field goal.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what
See,
an effort
good
to
call,
get his hand
Ravens.
on
Take
that
the
one,
field goal,
knock it away,
play
and brings
defense.
up a fourth down decision.
And then you can get the ball back with like 40 seconds or so.
And the kick by Rosas is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3.
This shouldn't be an onside kick.
So
You gotta
this
play
time
field
the protection
position.
holds up for him just fine. And
But
he's
it's an onside kick,
I think
because
the special
stupid.
teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier, and this time,
See, that was a mistake. You have all 3 timeouts. You didn't have to do that.
Quarter, they felt like they needed the football back.
And now the Bills are...
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said
Right,
here
here
that
we
the
go.
data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time,
Why are you running
the team
with
expecting
fallers?
it, they do actually recover the ball.
What
which
the
is we saw
hell are
here.
you...
I just
The
wonder
end
if
of
that
this game
number
has
is
been
much more of
weird.
an anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
If there's one thing I think EA needs to work on and the Madden team needs to work on, it's like end of the game management. It just, oh goodness. They're passing.
Sliding out of the pocket.
Well,
Now the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
no, they just got their fucking quarterback hurt.
Stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park.
He's such
And on third down, nickel
dinguses.
formation here defensively.
Who's even the Bills' quarterback now?
Here we go now.
I swear if this is a pass, I'm gonna
They'll run it
sparks.
now out of the gun.
But first down, that's game. That's game. That is game. What the fuck was that, though? That was unreal.
32
Like,
now.
just
Here's
this
first and
play
10.
calling is so terrible. Knee, timeout, knee, end.
The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 36
I miss
seconds to
Cockerham.
go in half number
He was
2.
fun.
All right, here we go.
Down to a knee one more time, and that should
Hey.
just about do it.
I can't say that it was a pretty win, but a win is a win for the
anytime
Bills.
you take a knee to end
I
a
think the
game,
Bills are
that means
5
you've
and 3
won it.
now.
So it doesn't matter whether it's
That's not
home or
bad.
on the road. But there's something a little extra special.
5-3 is not bad.
Isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding.
Not
They're
bad at
happy with
all.
what they've seen.
I think the
Chalk
Ravens
this one
fall
up
to
with the
3-5.
left-hand column for a win.
Yeah,
That's
right.
gonna
Head
be
to the
tough.
locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the
3 and
kids,
5
your
is gonna be
gloves, your
tough.
towels. Get to share it with the home team.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in
Weird
this one.
game. We had
Similar
no
to a
turnovers.
tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve.
Smokey
That way you
Bullworth
hold
and
on
Jonathan
to it.
Ballard
They got
both
it
played
done,
pretty
and
good.
they feel very good
Denard
about
Milton
that
had 100
victory.
yards. Lee Steer just couldn't get anything going.
So for the Bills,
Pearson,
the win
Stanley,
means they'll finish the first half at a
Kershke.
respectable
Kershke barely
5-3
showed up in
record.
the second
And
half
they
of
will
that
hit the
game.
road next week to take on the New York Jets.
Nice little pass rush,
Meanwhile,
then
for
we already know there were no
Baltimore,
picks.
they fall 2 games under 500
So that's
now
not bad.
at 3-5. And
Weird game, but I had fun watching that one. I had fun watching that. I think that was a good decision on our part. We sim the week now. That is correct, Eagle. A lot of points there to be used. Nice. Nice. And we will check the Voller's injury after we sim. Alright, I'm going to be completely real. I do not have enough energy to do another game. I just don't have it today. Ballers is back. We are good. I will check scores. And I'll show you the... Peep this. Lions Seahawks? Like, yo. Lions Seahawks for real? Yeah, buddy. Lions Seahawks is a primo game. Alright. The Broncos get a nice tough win. Omario Wilkes played okay. Omario Wilkes surprisingly played okay. And the Broncos get a nice win over Jacksonville. Eagle, don't feel terrible about it, because Pepper Jack lost too. So it's not like you lost any ground. This is a tough loss for Rigo. This Titans team is not good. This one's tough. This is a bad Titans team. That's the kind of loss that stings. Ooh, and the Falcons drop an ugly game to the Panthers. Yikes. 4 different quarterbacks threw passes in this game. That's... Jesus Christ. Wow. Wow. The Browns get a nice stomp win over the Bengals. That was... the catch up. Yeah, that's a good point, Eagle. That's a good point. Alright. Browns played well. Oof, you weren't kidding. That's a tough one. O'Brien did not have a good game. Ganther continues to impress with the ball. But it's mostly just Giants guys who are catching it. How'd that pass rush look? It was okay. It's not terrible. I'm gonna pick for both sides. Chiefs lose. Ooh, fuck. Leonard Robertson choked on some schlong on that one. That was not a good performance. Oof. Super oof. Good amount of sacks, though. A lot of turn. I just don't know how that doesn't translate. How did the Chiefs suck so bad? The Vikings lose again. I don't get it, man. I say this every time, but I expected this team to be way better than this. The Seahawks. Whoa. That's crazy. Maybe Legos' return is the spark that the 49ers have needed. Holy shite. Wow. Tough loss for the Rams. Alright. Here's the deal. Pride, would you be here for like the next hour? Kind of you've been dying to see. You've been dying to see a Lions game for a while. And I just feel bad cutting you guys off at 9, so I could theoretically take a 5-hour energy and try to tough through it. So fuck it. We'll watch Lions Seahawks now. I feel like Pride's earned it. Pride's been a trooper. We haven't watched many Lions games, even though they've been pretty good. So Roper played okay though, RSV. Octavius Theory was good. I mean, wow. Bartholomew's looking like a good pickup. Triplet's a nice big pickup. Pride's got these big-bodied wide receivers. Alright, I will go check injuries real quick. And then we'll watch Lions Seahawks. Check Leary Awards. I can do that. Yearly awards. Chandler Tebow has taken over the #1 spot with Dylan Harris right behind him. Coach of the Year, Jake Pride. I think that's appropriate. Thomas Cheek, Artis Friedman, Marty Roper. Ooh! Marty Roper and Kevin Collier. Baptiste, Cheek, Levy, Receiver of the Year. Nice. Kingsbury, Julian Long, Artis Friedman, Vaughn Heddleston. He's a great corner. Tebow with Dylan Harris right behind him. Denard McGee, Alvin Robbins, Rodnell Andrews, Tebow, Ryan Brees, and look who's right behind him, Malik Dupree. Malik Dupree's right there, Pride. Reed Lorig has been a nice veteran presence. Cedric Collier's been good. Alright. So we will go to the Seahawks. I know Hobie likes to wear his road whites, so I'll take care of that. Edit unis. Current away. Ready up. And I will take my 5-hour energy so that I don't die, or at least I always feel bad falling asleep during games unless it's like one of those real junky games. But this is a huge game. The Seahawks are pretty much fighting for their season. Pride's fighting to really control the NFC. This is huge. This is a big game. This might be, like, along with that Jags-Pats game that I fucking choked in, this is the biggest game we've had so far this year. This is a massive tilt.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it. It gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Hurry up, here we go.
From the gun, Harris.
Get rid of it, Harris. Get rid of it, Harris. Oh, jeez.
And he took the contact as he was throwing it. And the ball drops incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator say right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Martinez. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams...
And I think
shit, what a
go.
run.
They're not going to get him. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage.
That's kind of big.
Space. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Looking to throw.
Ooh, good dig.
Over the middle, but it's incomplete. Time to roll through the starters defensively for Detroit. And they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
On 3rd down, it's Dawson. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle. Going to be key. They didn't get it.
Oh, fumble!
And this is scooped up by the Lions.
I don't know if he was down, but I hope that that's a fumble for pride's sake. And
we've seen this before, and we know coaches
they're gonna say he was
this
down.
and work on it all the time. Catch the ball.
Oh God, yeah, he's
You know
so down.
Oh,
He's so down.
As they try and get downfield.
Like, oh, it's not even funny. He is so down.
An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9.
Now let's go! Blue Lightning!
They'll run it now out of the gun. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets them closer to the goal line with second down coming up. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes that.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Looking for his tight end.
Nice
on the
catch.
Complete. 23 yards on the play.
There's so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. The numbers for him from a week ago. 7 carries, 69 yards, and a touchdown.
And they love what they've got in him. He's the number 4 rusher in the league right now, so you know that you have to account for him on defense, which means you can play complementary football as well. Throw the play action, get it out to the wide receivers, because they should have some open space, because the defense will key on it.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Now a handoff looking right. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. This is how the defense will line up for Seattle. This unit, 3rd best in the NFL in stopping the run.
Numbers don't tell you everything, but they do paint a pretty good picture. We're talking about 2 top 5 units going at each other. One in running the ball, one in stopping the run. I think this is going to be a whole lot of fun myself.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Throwing right, and that's complete. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
That was another good run, and he's having an excellent day. And right now, I don't think his team could have any more confidence in handing him the football.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down.
Tight end right. Hurry up, here we go. Green 39.
On play action, they'll throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. Oh, heavy Lion pressure here, and they block it. It's picked up. Remember, the ball is live. So much for pinning him really deep. Short punt could have pinned him inside the 10. Now great field position the other way.
It's never good when you're punting the ball and your eyes see the ball go back behind you.
No.
In however form, whether it's over your head or to the side, never good. Now it becomes a race to get to the football so they don't pick it up and take it all the way.
You got 4. Here we go now.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll get this one
Drive,
down
it's
to
a
about
good
the
play.
27. Credit him with a
play.
1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up
here we
because
go.
what they're hoping,
Green 39.
this big defensive
Green
lineman
39.
will take the bait and move laterally and open up a creek.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I believe the Lion was there to recover it. Yes, they will indeed keep possession.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from
here we
it.
go.
In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd down. You're in a tight game in the loudest stadium in the NFL, and it's enough to rattle even the most seasoned of quarterbacks. And here, it looks like he's not quite on the same page as his receiver. This will wind up a turnover.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And they'll run it here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain. And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
to throw. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. At 21 yards there as they convert on third. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Now, prior to the snap, we hit all zeros as time has run out on the first quarter of play. It's the Seahawks on top here early. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you and you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down.
Tight ends on the Ringo. All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Crash.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Tight ends left. 4 down, check. Now let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Nice hit, boy.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now let's go. 3-19.
They'll look to throw here.
Ooh, nice play.
He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. About 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Here's Johnny Hacker now. And remember, he had his first punt block. And Detroit getting set to go now. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be
This is
in.
not going to be an easy situation to get out of.
If it ended today, and I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today. So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Got a man, it's right. And they'll get him down up past the 15. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Now a play fake here on first down.
Nice throw, Dylan.
Man with a crossing route. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Green 39.
Throwing on first down. Harris. Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play.
All right, here we go.
Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an
90.
extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed. Because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
In most pass defenses, the guy playing safety has the ability to roam free and try and go to the football. But when you're in man, you've got to cover just like a guy playing out on the corner. Lock up on the receiver and go to the football. That's exactly what he did, batting that one away.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. In this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Here we go. Green.
Harris now on 1st and 10. Throwing the slant pattern here complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Give him 9 there.
Hey, AP, what's up, brother?
You can see the time,
how are you?
Effort, and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And finally, down he goes.
Good to see you, bud.
Inside the 10 to the 7. A good pick.
It's always good to see you, AP. You're a good kid.
And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read
nice.
those
Congratulations.
and where the open spots are.
A little bit of stress off your mind is always a good thing. I know that feeling.
Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Check. Set. Blue landing.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
And that'll set them back 5. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was
AP, don't sweat it. Don't sweat it. They just... The people who really give a shit will accept it no matter what.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the
I wouldn't sweat it regardless.
Because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it. But he is able to keep the feet in.
Damn right, AP. I think we're all rooting for the Lions here.
Enough. 4th down.
I do have to admit, I like
Pride
it
deserves
when
to
it
have a
all
good
comes
season.
together.
And
When
he's
the
having
top
one.
part, catching the football,
Let's just see it
whether
get
you're
even better.
catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs. In this case, the feet. Doing a little toe tap.
This is a close
to
one.
stay in bounds and complete the catch.
Good defensive game so
by
far.
Our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And
AP, I think you guys are leading your leading your division right now. I want to say like 6-3, maybe 5-3. Leading the NFC South by I think a game over the Buccaneers. You're in it. You're completely in it. It's a nice bounce back year for you.
Want to be in the center of all the action and leading their team to victory. They'll take the win right now.
And Tebow is leading the MVP race at the moment, AP, so that's always cool. He is currently the leader for MVP.
Because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you.
Well, AP, the Bucs picked up a coach.
He's so good at that, isn't he?
Tyler Warren came back and took over his Bucs again. He went and he picked up a couple of young players he's going to try to build around. What he's doing so far is working there.
And that's what he did.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
I mean, the Saints kind of suck. Panthers suck. So it's pretty much a two-horse race in that division. I think it's safe to say Falcons, Bucs probably both make the playoffs. One obviously is a division winner. One maybe is a wild card. Even though the NFC is really strong this year, so maybe a wild card isn't possible. I don't know.
The Seahawks on 3rd
We'll
down.
see, I guess.
They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll set up to throw.
Screen.
They'll try and set up the screen
Fumble. That's a clean fumble. That's a clean fumble. Let's go.
And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't
That's
it?
a
Because so
clean
many times it's more a matter of
here
what
we
the
go.
offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball.
Yeah,
didn't cover
Kobe's
up.
still a coach.
In this case, just
He's
get
hanging
things
on by a
belong.
thread because he doesn't show up a whole lot
Made a
anymore,
big
but
play.
he's still
For
around.
his running back, and he's got him complete. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll make
I
it a
feel like if
second down.
anybody's gonna retire soon, it's probably him.
Space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they
What's up,
come up
RC?
on third down.
Now let's go. Green 39.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Under pressure,
All right, so this is a pretty long field goal, but it's an opportunity to take the lead.
Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's a right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ow, my tummy
The
hurts.
Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Did you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
I mean, it's hard to mod stuff on console, period, because there's really no good way to do it on a PlayStation, but I don't know. Excuse me for yawning. I almost got Madden on PC just because I can only imagine all the amazing rosters people are able to run. Picked off by the Lions.
Picked off near the 44.
Paul Rouge.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception.
All right,
They
Lions,
put their
let's get
defense in
this
a
down.
really tough spot.
Now Harris throwing on first down. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't incompletions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles. The big tight end,
what
he
a
couldn't do it.
punt.
Get it to that big frame.
Holy.
He can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
What a punt.
Now let's go! 319!
Safety. 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 Safety.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
Watch that end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Here we go now. 319!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line.
Coming again.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll look to throw here on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Dawson. And down he'll go at the 25. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a second down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And he's got room.
Richard's taking off.
Eluding the pressure right. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Back to throw now on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll look to throw now on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Mason.
Oh no, they got a lucky flag. Flag stops the clock. No.
Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Ah, you stupid shit, Lions. That stops the clock. No.
Well, we looked at
No.
And I always enjoy the conversation post.
I feel like Darth Vader after fucking Padme died.
I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And they take the lead here by a point, 10-9. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like...
Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. This will be fielded at the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
3 down. All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Here we go. Blue landed.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab.
Jesus Christ.
It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Hey, did you have one of those backyards that you had one of those, like, mats or pits like you have for high jumpers? And, you know, you had your friends throw the ball and you tried to make the spectacular catches?
I didn't need a mat.
Yeah, Brad, you're definitely right. They're starting to show up now.
That explains your toughness. That explains your toughness right there because I think that guy was raised just like you. What a catch.
3-19.
They're definitely starting to show up now.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, as the defense rallies quickly after the nice move. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a third and about 5.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rush will just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
He's going to loft one.
No. What the fuck?
Seattle. In for the score. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
It's like they have all the
momentum.
momentum.
They dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 8. So this drive spans 7 plays, and the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And
the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Looking to throw. Harris. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to
nice throw. Frank Wright.
He's got a man. It's right. And he'll be taken down, but
big
not
players
before they
make
work
big
it
plays
across
in big
midfield.
situations.
That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive...
Oh, no.
It's intercepted.
No, why did he lob it like that? God damn.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Starting to get a little
Whenever
dicey
we meet with
for the
coaches
poor
and they always
Lions.
talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage.
You really don't get it.
They're becoming harder to find. Because the colleges are
Like,
giving
oh
us a
my
whole
God,
lot of
the Bengals are going to be gods because they have a bunch of first-round picks.
Not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field.
They'll get
both
better,
of them with
sure,
ability to block,
but
and they ran
everyone's
the
going to
ball
get better.
successfully behind that power set.
There are consistent studs in this draft
Here's a play fake
all
as they
the
set
way
up to
through.
throw. Toward the center of the field, but
All the
it's
way through.
incomplete.
You may be getting 87s
A
in the
good number
first
of
round.
coaches at any time they call
You're
an
still
in
getting
route
80s
are
in the
really
seventh
worried
round,
about the
so
play
just
because there's so
chill.
much traffic
Calm your
ordinarily
tits.
that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Bengals gonna be guys. Don't.
Well, that'll get them the first down as they get 9 yards
I ain't
out of
worried
that quick
about
slant.
I like the call on 3rd and 2. They were geared up to stop the run. I like the fact they just hit him quick. Little slant route. All about timing there, partner.
Yeah, the timing, everything well executed. A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Leonard
In
Roberts.
this case, it's dust-covered pellets.
dat?
It's no longer that old grass that we
Who
used
dat?
to play on, right, and chew it up. Now, we've got that
his
artificial
cousin be?
surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play
I made
by
the draft
defense.
class. I don't know about this.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, put a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him.
Shot him
And
with
he will
your
have the
ass,
first down
Stevie.
across the 20
What?
to the
Oh God!
19-yard line.
Oh no! It's Potato Boy. No, wait a minute. I thought we killed off Potato Boy in this story.
Well, someone's been having a good game
I thought
so
Potato
far. And
Boy
you know something?
exploded.
Rob has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
Is
They
Potato
did
Boy
indeed. He
alive
delivered
again?
the tough
I thought he
yards.
died.
Here we go. 3-19.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get this down only to the 18.
Because if he's
Just
alive
a yard
again,
on
then
the
I might
pickup
need to
there,
go
and it'll
make a
bring
phone
up a
call.
2nd and 9.
So
They
if
got
I'm
him
an
in
offensive
New York.
coordinator,
Oh,
there's
sweet
one
potato.
thing that I know
I
for
got
sure.
you.
This is one of the
I
top
feel
5
you.
teams in the NFL
Sweet
against the
potatoes
run.
run better. There's
So
more
when I look
sugar
at
in
my
them.
playlist,
A
I'm
little more
probably
energy.
thinking about
And he's going
I
to
feel ya.
go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football before he knew it. He was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you
Nice
said in the
upgrade.
beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Hey man, he'll die early, but he'll die happy.
It's intercepted.
Go Henry, go Henry, go Henry, go Henry. Go Henry, attaboy Henry Wheaton. Way to hustle.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
And they'll go on the ground.
After watching that Ravens-Bills
Takes
game
this to the 32,
with no
maybe the
turnovers and
31,
just
and then the
efficient
defense rallying
offense like
quickly
this,
after that broken tackle.
this
They'll
ugly
get a nice
ass
chunk
football.
there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
It's like Harris
They
and
get
Richard are
5
going
out
out
of
of
that
their
one,
way
and
to
it
throw
moves
to
the
the other
chains.
damn team.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right
What's
at
up,
it.
Eagle?
And
Welcome
really
back.
trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field, so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And they'll
Basically,
run
all
it
you
here.
need to know, this is an ugly-ass football game.
9 yards is the
Whereas
pickup
that
there, and that's
Bills,
2nd and 1.
Ball State is a goat school.
And that looked like some pretty
I don't
easy
know,
yards
man.
there,
Ball
right up the
Ball
gut.
State's
He's
an
a guy that
interesting
has some
school.
height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact.
Ball State
or
was a
trash,
thorn in my side. I
it's
did a
lot
Bowling
easier to
Green
stay upright, see the
NCAA
field,
Dynasty
and make a run, as we just saw there.
in 08. Ball State was a thorn in
Looking to
my
throw on
side, man.
2nd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. At 5
I've
yards on the play there, it's a drive
what?
to continue.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move
Can't
the
just
chains
poach
because
Stevie
they can
Waters
control
like
space
that.
underneath.
You got to
They've
make him
got
like
good
assistant
hands,
head coach.
then, of course, they're a dynamic target.
Stevie Waters,
But
the
one other
assistant
thing
head
is they're
coach
right
for
in
the Kansas
sight
City
lines
Chiefs.
of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
He lost 6 there on the first down play.
All right, here we go. Green 39.
Eagle, isn't there a Santa Claus, Indiana, or am I making that up?
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack.
There's a Santa Claus, Indiana, isn't there?
Up 3rd down.
Coverage was excellent downfield.
I
think
could have
he was
sworn
more
like
throwing
Jay
that
Cutler or
football away
somebody's
than
from
anything
Santa
else.
Claus,
Yeah,
Indiana.
absolutely, because everywhere you looked, They recover.
Sometimes it's better to go ahead and be convinced that there's no place to fit in the football than to go ahead and force it and turn it into a bad play.
And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver.
1 quarter left.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter.
Yeah, it's
And
4
his kick
field
here
goals.
is
Like,
good.
all 4 of them
And
have been
high
pretty
fives for that
short.
one as that drive ends
So
in
it's like
3.
you're driving the ball, you're
So an
moving
interesting
it.
call
It's
there to
just,
take the 3. I mean, I guess
you
they're
can't
thinking
convert
that their
when it
hands were
counts.
tied, but fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Trying to shake off the
nice
interception
hit.
from the last drive. He'll look to throw. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense, and they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own
Please
offense
don't be
hasn't
roughing
answered
the
their
passer. Be
challenge,
holding.
which was to score more.
Be holding.
Exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right.
Of course it's
Trailing in the fourth, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't
Why the
afford.
fuck?
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
Green 39.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Eagle, Jags, Colts is
Just a
week
yard
13.
on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That's like
Well, the
absolute
fumble he
auto
had
watch.
earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen.
This
and it
is
sets up
tough.
a 3rd down. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%. 6
Lions
out of 10
defense
thus
got to
far.
step up
This
right
time
here.
They face a 3rd and 2.
Otherwise, they're in a lot of trouble.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
Nice
And he
stop.
went backwards.
Nice stop.
He'll be down at the 30. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Crash down.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed them for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
And his kick is good. And the drive
All right,
will
it's
wind
still
up
one
yielding
possession.
3.
It's still one
From
possession.
a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal
There's still
means that
hope
they
here,
do have
Brian.
a
There's
chance
still
to come
hope.
back and win this game.
The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead.
And
No.
he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 30. Then he's going to get this
Oh,
one down
Jesus.
to the 13-yard line.
Eagles been 4 field goals.
And that's a great
Oh,
example
that
of
pretty
ball
much
skills
does.
right there, partner.
That
you do a
pretty
lot of
much
games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of
I
focusing
guess
on the
this is
task
what we
at
get
hand
when we have
and
2
coming
good
away with the
defenses.
interception.
Ugly-ass game.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks
All right.
touchdown. As his
You guys know the
are
drill at this point. Yeah, that's it. That got way out of hand.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
I'm
Similar
sorry,
to a
Brad.
tennis match,
That
right?
kinda sucks,
Not
bud.
letting them break your serve. That way you hold
That
on to
definitely
it.
sucks.
They got it done, and they feel very good about
Capri,
that
we just
victory.
watched Ravens last week. We're not watching them again.
So for the Seahawks,
I mentioned earlier that we might watch Chiefs Broncos again. If that appears to matter whenever those two teams face off again. But as of right now, it's Chiefs Ravens doesn't mean anything. It's just it's two kind of derpy, entertaining teams. Advanced week. All right. Let's see what week 11 holds. No. Maybe. 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 No. Falcons Lions isn't bad. But then again, we'd be watching Lions twice in a row. And Browns Dolphins, that's a big wild card game. And there's that. We could literally watch Lions 3 weeks in a row. Alright, so I'm not going to skip week 11 yet. Because I would say Dolphins Jaguars is a viable game. And I would say if we really wanted Falcons Lions is viable. Obviously, we're not going to watch it tonight, but just generally speaking. Why did I click? I'm such a moron. We'll look at some stats from the week 10 games. The Bills get absolutely pub stomped. This Jets team is fucking annoying. Wow, this Jets team is a nuisance. They shouldn't be this good. They really shouldn't, but they are. It's about time Minnesota won a game. Ooh, but Ken Montgomery played pretty well. Dallas beats Indianapolis. Holy crap. I mean, good for Rigo, but that sucks for Eagle. That's a tough loss. He's got to pray for a Jaguars loss to stay in this thing. Eagles gone into a tailspin since that bullshit loss. Wow. The Ravens get a big win over the Chiefs. Ooh, shit. Smokey Bulworth got hurt again. And Yandel had to come in, and Yandel did work. A lot of sacks. No turnovers. The Steelers drop another tough one. I feel bad for Steelers. I just don't understand what's going on here. You got a phenomenal offense, and they just don't produce. A lot of Steeler sacks. Lance with another big win. That's a huge win for Lance. I think that gives him the division lead, too. We'll check standings tonight before we end it, and that way you guys can have a vibe for where you're at. If you want to make any moves and whatnot. Couple sacks. One turnover. Not bad. Congratulations to Lance. It's a good win. We already saw that. The Bucks with a big win. Bob Crow's playing great for Tampa Bay. He really is. A Woma. I beat the shit out of the Raiders. Thomas Cheek continues to play great. Oh boy. Got a funny feeling we got some injuries here. Oop, RSV dropping a what the hell. That can't be good. The Bears beat Miami. Ouch. That hurts. But Jacksonville does get a pretty clutch win here over the Texans. Jacksonville needed that, especially with Indy dropping a game. Harry Prust. I don't know who Harry Prust is, but he had a good game. Bonham scored twice. Had some sacks from Harvey Austin. Bernard picks up a sack. Pick for Anthony Heath. And the Rams, that's a tough loss for the 49ers because they were really right in it before that. That's a tough loss for the 49ers. Okay. So, if we stream tomorrow night, we'll figure out what Week 11 game we want to watch when we get there. Standings. I will go by division first, and then we'll go by conference. Bengals, Browns, Ravens, Steelers. Everyone's technically still alive here. Technically still alive. The South, Jaguars are starting to pull away a little bit. Colts are in a bit of a slide, but I'd say that's not over, but it's getting close. I don't get this Jets team. The Bills are in it. Dolphins were in it. So maybe watching Dolphins Jaguars isn't that important after all. Never mind. Broncos took control of it. The Chiefs are starting to fall out. But Broncos took control of the division. Lions still have the lead. But the Packers are right on their tail. Falcons and Bucks, the two-horse race. This is probably the Giants, but the Cowboys are still alive. Seahawks, 49ers, Rams. Rogier, you are 5-4. So you're in it. You're in it. You're a game back of the Jets, and we will show NFC. So right now, the Lions would be the 1, Giants would be the 2, Falcons would be the 3, Packers would be the 5, Bucks would be the 6, and then the 4 seed would be Seattle. So we're looking at the Bears out, 49ers out, Rams out, Cowboys out. So the NFC's pretty clear. It's pretty much the teams that you'd think would be in are going to be in. So far, your buys in the AFC are Pats and Jaguars. Your wild cards are going to be Jets and Colts. With the Bengals winning the division and the Broncos winning the division, but that means Browns out. Bills out. Chargers out. Ravens out. Raiders out. Dolphins out. But it's only a game. Because 5-4 is the wild card right now. So 4-5 is only a game out. So anything can happen, fellas. Anything can happen. Alright, peace out, Eagle. Have a good night, bud. Yearly awards. Tebow still number 1 for the MVP. Coach of the Year, still Pride. Thomas Cheek, Offensive Player of the Year in the AFC. Artis Friedman on defense. Tommy O'Brien, hop to the number 1 spot in the Offensive Rookie of the Year. Kevin Collier's holding it down on defense. Baptiste, Cheek, Levy still. Kingsbury, Durham, with Lawrence Bernard right behind him. Nice. Friedman, Vaughn Heddleston, and then who gives a shit about kicker? Tebow. Denard McGee, whoever that is, he's balling. Hank Ball. Rodnell Andrews, Tebow, Breeze, Potts, Lorig, Grant, Ogburn, Fanini. And we'll go check some leaders real quick, see who's balling this year. NFL. The league leader in yardage is Lucas Callahan, with Tebow, Hagan, Stabline, and Harris behind him. League leader in touchdowns is Chandler Tebow, with Najvar, Casey, and Jack Richard, all at 20. Russian. League leader in yards is Thomas Cheek. Ryan Breeze is right there. Iwoma's there. Dupree, McKee, Ball, Avery, and a couple other guys. Touchdowns is Thomas Cheek, with Breeze, Fazande, Darsh, Duncan, Ganther. Receiving, we don't care about yards. Potts, number one in yards. Rayshon Ingram, Spencer, Levy, Love, Holt, Long, McPhee. Now we'll peep those touchdowns. Potts, Beasley, Spencer, Long, McDuffie, Levy. Good shit. League leader in sacks, Will Ogburn with 12.5. Grant has 11. Scott McCoy got 10.5. Wow. Seattle pass rush is good. Overstreet and Heddleston both have 5 picks. Overall leader in tackles is Kevin Collier. Holy, he's got a huge lead. Wow. Just for the lulz, we can check kicking. A couple of good kickers. Some good punters, and I just honestly don't care about return men. Dolphin. Defense. Bernard has 7 sacks. Not bad for a rookie. 7 sacks at about the halfway mark. Not too shabby at all. It's not too shabby at all. I think that's it for tonight, though, guys. I do think that's it. So I'm going to end the stream now. If we stream tomorrow, I don't know if I will. But if we do, we'll watch whatever Week 11 game we want to. Week 11 looked kind of weak, so maybe it'll... Oh, injuries, right. Good point. Peep those injuries. Alvin Robbins and Santiago are out. Steelers are healthy. Vikings are healthy. Bills are getting healthy soon. Broncos are missing Omario Wilkes because he damn broke his leg. Browns are healthy. Renoy Thorne can make his Bucks debut next week. Why am I looking at Cardinals? Allen Roberts. Alright, Colts are the same situation. Cowboys are healthy. Devin Hopkins is out for the Dolphins. That's a big one. Falcons are healthy. 49ers have 1 scrub. Caleb Shutter's still out. Lions, same deal. Panthers are healthy. I'm missing a return guy and a guard. Rams are healthy. Ravens are missing a bunch of important defensive pieces. And that's that. Alright. So, I think we're good now. We've done everything we had to do. So I think we're all set. I'm going to end the stream, and I will catch you guys on Discord. And if we stream tomorrow, peace out, boys.